Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. I am Rebecca Nichols. This is my Royal Treats podcast. And today I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about the creative chakra. So, I kind of think this is one of the most important chakras, but they are also very, very important. But I think, because we've been put on this planet to create life, and the only purpose we have here on this planet is to create and to evolve and to become better beings, not just for ourselves, but for every generation that comes after us. And I think when we stand in that power, and I'm going to be moving on to the power chakra this week, and we understand that we are here and we are a creative life force, we take back what is rightfully ours. We claim our birthright from the root chakra and saying, I am here. I belong, I'm safe. The earth has got me. The earth is supplying my needs on a daily basis. And you then step into a new space, a slightly higher space, a different vibration when you move into the sacral chakra. And it's something I hope you guys have got from some of the information I've been putting out and some of the content on my website. Is that we're here to have some fun, right? We're here to have some passion. And we're here to have some pleasure, and it's so important that we step into that space on a daily basis. And so this is a good opportunity to really look at your life and think about where you are right now and the kind of things that you're doing, the kind of beings that you are and the kind of beings that you want to be. I think we have to really shut out a lot of outside noise to really tune into ourselves, to become the best version of ourselves. I've spent the past 8-9 months writing the Journey to Queendom, plus preparing and doing a lot of stuff for my courses, and just kind of like putting stuff together and kind of like really just evolving into the being that I wanted to be. And that took courage. It took a lot of no's from me to say to people, actually, no, I can't come out. Actually, I can't do that. I can't be there. I have to be here where I need to be, doing what I need to do for me and my son, for our future. Because I need to be creating this life that I want to live for the rest of my life. So it means that I need to just, be okay with not conforming to what the world says I should and shouldn't be doing with my time and with my life. Now that's a little bit more to do with the power chakra, so I'll cover that as well. I'm going to be doing a podcast on that today as well, but I just wanted to touch a little bit more about the creative chakra, because I know I did one podcast on it, and compared to the amount of podcasts I've been sharing on birth struggles and root chakra, I wanted to make sure you guys are getting just as much value from doing this, even though this content is out there and it's free, and obviously some of you guys are listening to this and you're on my paid courses as well. I still want to give you value. So, there's some great things, there's some, activities we can be doing that are going to activate our sacral chakras. Now, one is swinging in the playground. Now, I went to the park yesterday with my son, and that's what we did. We swang in the playground. I was a big kid, and we're going to go over to Hyde Park later on today. And we often just spend some afternoons over in the park, and we swing on the swings together. And I probably am the only mum in the playground on the swings, and I don't give a shit. I really don't. I think it's liberating. Who says we had to grow up? This is the thing. Who says we have to life is hard? Who says who says it has to be a struggle? We've said it, or we've been conditioned to say that life is a struggle for so long. Well, that's just the way it is. We just have to get on with it, Rebecca. This is it. I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't think so. I've always had this really strong urge to go and fight against the system that I felt that hasn't really been put in place to serve us. I really do believe that, we have just been born with a kind of barcode to go, oh, it's all right when you get to a certain age and you can pay taxes and this, blah, 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 and then you pay your bills and then you grow up and then you die and then you can't leave anything to your children. Forget that, because then you get taxed on that. I'm only literally just waiting for us to tax the air we breathe on. The air we breathe. But let's get back to being positive, because we know it's all a bit what's going on in the world and how it all is. And I think when more of us come together and just kind of stand in power and be like, actually, not really having it anymore, then the world will know change. And I think it takes a lot of people, a lot of awakening. And this is what my work is here to do, is to awaken people to the possibility of their life. Is to say, actually, no, you have this voice, you have this purpose, you have this soul. You are not just this human being in this flesh. You are more than that. And this is where the creative chakra is all about: soul purpose, passion, finding about independence. Separation from your parents kicks in between the ages of 7 and 8, and this is why I give Tristan a lot of freedom, because I understand that actually he is a human being with his own rights and his own opinions and his own views and his own expression and his own way of doing things, and he likes what he likes, and I'm happy that he likes what he likes, because he knows who he is, and I'm not here to crush and control and break his spirit, although the system is quite hell-bent on breaking these kids' spirits, and I see it day in, day out, and it's another very reason why I've taken him out of school, because I just don't feel that my child going to school and having anxiety is something that I want, to go on. So we work on creative projects as well. I mean, I'm constantly painting and doing stuff around the house, and Tristan's encouraged to do stuff like that. I mean, I think we need to bring creativity back into our lives more. We need to have time where we're just like, okay, let's build something, let's create something, let's work on something. Part of doing the book is a very much a creative project. But, it's just the minute you step into a space of creation and you step away from your logical mind, which is always kind of like, oh no, we have to do it like this. You follow your heart a little bit more. Magic happens. Magic, people. Having a nice little nap in the afternoon is very good for your sacral chakra, although I never nap in the afternoon. I really envy people who can do. Or if I do wake up from a nap, I feel very groggy, like I don't know where I am. Taking long warm baths and long warm showers are really, really good to connect with the fluidity of the sacral chakra as well. So taking just time out and to nurture yourself is so very important. Nurturing meals, self-nurturing meals, make yourself something really nice and nurturing. And last week, you might have seen it if you follow me on the Instagram. And I was sharing all my great nurturing meals that I've been making over this past week. I've been sharing a little bit more about my life on the inside of the kitchen, which was great. And actually, you've all been kind of like, oh wow, recipe, and I'm like, oh god, wasn't expecting that. So I don't think I have enough time to be putting together the recipes and doing all that sort of stuff. And I'd love to actually. I'd love to be able to have more time to do that. But I am having if you're interested in contributing to the website and you do love making food, then please let me know, because I am looking for some women who can contribute to the blog, who are passionate about food as much as I am, because it is so important. Food is making food is like making magic, as far as I'm concerned. It's all relevant, into making us feel good about ourselves and putting the right food in our bodies. I'm very keen to put the right stuff into my body in terms of nutrition, because energy is energy and we need the right amount to function. Another good activity to awaken and balance the sacral chakra is massage. Yes, a massage, and it's something that is just such a lovely thing to do and to have. And as a massage therapist, and I've spent years doing it, it's a nice thing to do. It's a very rare thing to achieve in my world, because I'm always giving, but I definitely feel that my body is needing a massage right now. And swimming. So I'm actually taking my son swimming this week, because we haven't been for a while, and getting him a little bit practice for obviously when we're on holidays. And yes, swimming, I just love swimming, and it's just such I love it more when we're on holidays, of course, but it's such a great activity as well. So I just thought I'd share a few of those with you. Now, I've talked a bit about the blockages and the activity and the underactivity in some of my posts and some of the content that's on my website, but I thought I'd touch a little bit on it now. We've got a few minutes left. So if your sacral chakra is closed, You might have an issue with sex and you might think it's bad, or you might have been experienced that from in the past where you've been maybe even abused. I've encountered abuse throughout my life, so I understand that. You might feel that you're abused and hurt and confused, and you maybe don't feel trust is there, and that you don't feel that you can be loved for being you. And you might feel that you have to be sexy to be loved as well, which is kind of like, not true. And I think with mass media always putting these images out about, how it's great to be sexy and feel sexy and look sexy. And I think owning your sexuality, no matter what size you are, is very, very important. To feel sexy in your own skin. There's no right or wrongs to how we should be looking in this life and all this and that. And we need to break free of the judgment of what people should and shouldn't look like. We need to stop looking at the standards of media of as to what we need to be looking like as women as well. We just have a body, love your body, accept your body, simple, because it's the only thing you've got right now. So you're going to have to just enjoy it. If it's open, you will enjoy pleasure. Yes, you will enjoy it much. And you will create healthy sexual relationships which honour you, which are very important. I'm very much about that. I'm all about have sex, have loads of it, connect with yourself, tantric, love making. I'm up for all of that stuff. I think it's brilliant. But I'm also about honouring. I've spent years being a promiscuous woman and it didn't serve me at all. So that's something I've learned, and something I can give to you is just that it's not worth it. You've got to let people love and honour you in a way that it's not going to leave you feeling a bit shit afterwards, like you have been used and abused. And that's where power comes into play. And that's something that I will definitely cover when we get to the power chakra, which I am going to be starting on this week as well. So, you have a strong sense of your sexuality. You must understand that your sexuality is one of your most powerful creative energies. And be proud of who you are, whether you're a man or a woman, transgender, bi, whatever sexuality you are, whatever your preference, you need to be proud of who you are, because that is who you are. There is no changing that. The I am what I am is a third eye, but it's connected with the sacral chakra as well, the I am what I am. So yeah, just lots to think about. It's a powerful chakra. It's not the power chakra, but it is a powerful chakra. It's one of my favourite chakras. It's something that I always stay in that space every single day, because I'm constantly creating, whether it's I'm creating content for the blog, or if I'm writing, if I'm creating images, whatever. I just love to create, and you'll look at my Instagram, you'll see how much I love to create, and you'll look by my feed, you'll see that's all me. That's all stuff that I love to do. So find something, maybe start a project, maybe get a hobby, maybe arts and crafts. I don't know. Women come to me all the time like, I really don't know what I want to do with my life. And this could be 30s, 40s. And I'd be like, what? Just find something that you're good at and that you enjoy doing. And normally where you find your passion is where you find your purpose. I love writing. I also love talking. So, it makes sense that I do what I do. I love sharing. I love helping. I love people, and I want people to find peace and love in their lives. Most definitely. Okay, so, well, that's it. Please do, if you have any questions or you want to book a consultation with me, I'm happy to talk to you guys. I'll pop a link as well into my website. I'm going to pop it into the link in the next few days on my contact page, so people can actually book directly for sessions with me, or it be a coaching session, because I am getting a lot of requests, and I'm trying to fit it all in, and I want to connect with you all more. Love to have conversations with you. Okay, well, have a lovely day wherever you may be, and well, I will see you soon. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.